Well, hello there, everybody. It's me, your long lost digital friend. My name is Supa Dave, and you all are locked in to Milltown's Best. And as you can see, guys, my hair is down. I made a deal on my live stream from earlier today that if I hit goal, which was 5 super chats, on my next video, I would wear my hair down. So, as ratty as it is, I brush it. And it only stays nice for like 5 seconds before it goes to craziness. So that's why I never wear it down. But hey, a promise is a promise. So my hair is down, guys, and I wanted to thank every single one of you guys for waking up early with Milltown's Best and watching my live stream this morning. Boy, today sure was a doozy, and we went over a bunch a bunch of haters comments, and we talked about Legally Leslie, and we talked about how the fans are now trying to smear her name and essentially telling everybody that she is a disbarred lawyer, even though she willingly gave up her bar card. She willingly said she could not work for a corrupt system. And boy, oh boy, Leslie, she is an amazing person. Let's just be real. I don't know Leslie. I've never met the lady, but she took the time, guys, to do something so wonderful for me, and I will never forget this. I seriously just checked my email, and in my email, guys, was this press release. And like I said, Leslie, she's from law. She was a lawyer. She's married to a lawyer, predominant lawyer, and she still, obviously lives, breathes, eats, and sleeps law in her own way. And Leslie took the time to make this press release, guys. And I was so blown away with this. She not only made this press release, she made several press releases, and I'm not going to cover them all on this video. We're just going to talk about me. So, guys, this is for immediate release, and this is a press release. Why the allegations against Supa Dave do not constitute defamation under Florida or federal law. Let's look at the background on this case. Jeremy Hales has named me, David Michael Teschendorf, known as Supa Dave on YouTube, in a lawsuit claiming defamation and conspiracy based on my YouTube commentary and online collaborations. Here are the exact statements at issue and a simple legal explanation of why these cannot be considered defamation under the law. Guys, the alleged statements that I said were on December 3rd, I stated fans of Hales have seen a content creator go from a God fearing Christian man who did everything for the right reasons to doing anything to win and bankrupt his opponents. I also asserted Hales has already demonstrated his abuse of litigation by publishing a 7-hour videotaped Zoom deposition of Michelle Preston for the purposes of entertaining his audience by mocking and humiliating her throughout the broadcast. He did that for a whole week. Then I appeared on YouTube with other creators and lawyers, Matskin, Lisa Lee, Robbie Kelsey, Raymond Bonecrusher, which Hales claims this shows a conspiracy to harm his reputation. Everybody, this is why these statements are not defamation. One, the law, public figures, and actual malice. Jeremy Hales, as a prominent YouTuber, is a public figure. To win a defamation claim, he must show a false statement of fact was made with actual malice. That is, with knowledge it was false or reckless and a disregard for the truth. And you could check these sightings: New York Times versus Sullivan, Florida Law, Miami Herald versus A&E. Guys, number two, the opinions and value judgments are protected. Statements like doing anything to win and bankrupt his opponents are opinions about Hales's motives, drawn from his own public legal actions. Also, guys, opinions, even harsh or negative ones, are not defamation. The Supreme Court has ruled this. There are no such thing as a false idea. Again, guys, that's Gertz versus Robert Welch, 1974. Check that out. Florida law, From versus Tallahassee Democrat, also states pure opinion is protected by the First Amendment and is not actionable as defamation. Guys, point number three, reporting on public proceedings is protected. My comments about Hale's posting a deposition are based on publicly available material and Hale's own actions online. Reporting or commenting on public records is protected speech. You guys can look into Milkovich versus Lorraine Journal, 1990. Guys, point number 4, collaboration and discussion are not conspiracy. Simply appearing on YouTube with others or discussing a public figure is not evidence of an unlawful conspiracy. Florida law requires proof of a specific agreement to commit a wrongful act, not just shared criticism or commentary. You guys can look into Florida law, Ramy versus Furlong. That's a 1997 case. Blatt versus Green, Rose versus Kahn, and Porowski, and that's from 1984. So basically, the summary, guys, is David Teschendorf's statements are opinions and commentary about matters already in the public eye, based on Jeremy Hales' own public conduct and legal filings. Guys, federal and Florida law protect the rights to criticize public figures, especially when the statements are opinions or interpretations based on public record. There is no evidence of defamation or unlawful conspiracy in the alleged conduct. And guys, there's so many legal citations for you guys to check out. I urge you to do so. And everybody, this was done by good old retired state and federal trier appellate lawyer, Legally Leslie. And guys, if you didn't know, she's a legal analysis expert. I would like to take this time right now to thank Legally Leslie for taking the time to make this for me. She has also done several other press releases that really show this case for what it is. Leslie, I can't thank you enough. Seriously, you are a light that I so badly needed in a dark room. Thank you. Everybody, I love you, and I hope you guys see the harassment that I'm dealing with. Today, please tell somebody you love them, because they probably need to hear it. Bye, guys.
Supa Dave. You can't sue what's already broke. Throw your papers at thin air and smoke. Good guy standing, no wealth to poke. Fighting words, but I'm laughing at the joke.